Welcome back, everybody. I'm continuing Battlestar Galactica. This is Season 2, Episode 11, titled Resurrection Ship Part 1. Getting into another two-parter here, even though I'm guessing it's going to sort of feel like a three-parter because of the previous episode, which was so crazy, so unexpected, with the Pegasus showing up, the Battlestar Pegasus. And I was so elated. I was so happy to begin with that. Oh, we got more people. We got another Battlestar. That is amazing. It's a huge boon for the fleet. And then shit started happening, and the crews of the two Battlestars, something did not align there. Yes, I talked about it a lot, and I really just want to get back into it. I'm so anxious about what is going to happen now here, because where we left things off, it was just about to, shit was really about to hit the fan with the two forces going against each other, and it's like, no, why are we doing this? But yeah, before I jump into it, as per usual, please subscribe if you haven't already. Like the video, throw in a comment, check out the Patreon page where I am several episodes ahead, both with the uncuts and the cut down versions. There's a link down in the description telling you exactly how far ahead I am. There's also a merch store link for that in the description as well. And then that's it. Let's do this. Battlestar Galactica, Season 2, Episode 11. Here we go.
Will I be able to work?
Unless the cancer goes to your brain.
That happens.
Don't mention that in the previously on. Is it gonna go to her brain?
Go get the Blackbird. Take some pretty pictures of our son.
Oh yeah, Starbucks little side mission there. And that was just that whole interrogation thing. Ugh. Okay, just right back into it.
Should turn our main batteries on Pegasus.
Should we? There's still... Look at that! What in the... That's what you should be focusing on. Oh, you're just going in there. That is one hell of a stealth ship.
Cat Galactica, do not fire unless fired upon. I repeat, do not fire unless fired upon.
Okay, yep, just go past each other then. No!
Your weapon, Captain. You're relieved.
It was quick to pull out that gun. No word from any of the commanders. What are we doing here? Besides just playing a game of chicken. What the hell? Just seeing all the Vipers just dancing around each other.
Identify.
No transponders, no recognition codes. It has to be a Cylon raider, sir.
Well, no.
On my lead! Break back, full power, X-Access 5!
Okay, well that sort of helped the situation. Now they just need to realize that it's Starbuck and not a Cylon raider.
We're all friendly!
We're all friendlies!
Be friendly!
Let's just be friendly. Stop this.
Another one of her crazy ass stunts. Thank the gods.
Say that again. Get me Pegasus.
Wow, Ty. Thankful for, Starbuck.
Thrace.
Mm-hmm.
She took off and did the whole recon mission alone. My.
Frack, yeah, she did.
I still have Commander Adama on the line, and our fighters are still requesting instructions. Should they resume the attack?
Neutral ground, Colonial 1. No aids. Be there in 15 minutes.
Okay, meeting on neutral ground. That's good.
There you are.
What? That was like the image quality there. It had happened too quick. Who was that? What Cylon model was that? Weirdly, it kind of looked like Starbuck, but I think it was, which is number 6, right? Resurrection ship. It's this where all the models are stored. So whenever one gets destroyed, yeah, okay, yes.
And you and I both know that the penalty for that crime is death.
Admiral, surely the spirit of the law requires something more here than summary executions.
Is this what the two of you have been doing for the past 6 months?
Not executing people? Yeah.
We don't have the luxury of academic debate over these issues.
You want to cut
No, you just have to blindly follow regulations. That's...
You can go out there and fight it out with Galactica, or you can compromise. And those are the only two options on the table.
Now the two of you have survived this long, I will never know.
Compromising.
I want them back on Galactica.
I don't give a damn what you want. You're fracking lucky you're not staring at your own warrant.
She mad.
The Cylon fleet will take priority over all other considerations. After that, we will meet back here and we will resolve this issue. Thank you.
Okay. Nice one, Rosalind. I'm still like, I know and I get why the crew of the Pegasus don't, like, they don't regard Cylons as, you know, on equal footings to humans. But still, raping your enemy? Is that what you're encouraging? Or maybe she didn't even know about that.
I'm promoting you to captain. I'm making you commander of the Pegasus Air Group.
You're promoting me.
I need a CAG with guts and initiative to plan and lead the attack on this fleet.
Okay. At least she recognizes talent.
Do you always get what you want?
Most of the time.
Sir. Good. Me too.
The kindred spirit there.
And I will say that our ultimate goal is that we should return to the 12 colonies and kick the Cylons the frack out of our homes.
That's...
What do you think of that, Captain?
Easier said than done. But, yeah. So Starbucks on board, of course.
I'm afraid this can only end one way. You've got to kill her.
What? Rosalind?
She is dangerous. And the only thing that you can do is to hit her before she hits you.
Damn.
What do you think that she is going to do with the civilian fleet once she has eliminated you? You know I'm right. You just don't want to face it.
That's a dangerous proposition.
But I'm not seeing any signs of permanent damage from the attack.
The attack?
The attack.
Is that what we're calling it now?
What happened to you was unforgivable.
I agree with the Smokey Smokerson over there.
It's my responsibility. So I just want you to know that I personally apologize. See that she's okay, then back into her cell.
Again, I get why, but it's just like the concept of I deeply apologize. Throw her back into the break.
There's a big op coming up, and the firing squad's on hold till it's over.
Great.
Frack me. What the hell's going on? I thought the Cylons were the enemy.
Yeah, no, it's us.
Feel like we haven't been back here in a little while.
I suppose I just lost interest.
In me?
No, not in you. In this place. I suppose I just don't really miss it anymore.
I used to go to the Pyramid Court just before game time. Scalp 2 tickets. Let the energy of the crowd flow over me like an electric current.
That's
Might get 2 tickets.
interesting.
One for me and one for you.
ID confirmed.
Hi. Oh yeah, it's in the cell with her.
You know, this thing used to sit in our mess and eat our food and listen to our stories.
How did you figure out that she was a Cylon even?
Admiral, please. Any physical contact with the subject will only help to set my efforts back at this point.
That includes spitting on her. Anyone gonna intervene? Are you okay?
I want to die.
Will you help me do that?
Scuttlebutt is that the Pegasus used to have a civilian fleet.
Used to?
Something happened to them.
What?
Thank you.
I'm gonna need to know more.
Laird's ship was the Scylla.
Scylla was civilian transport.
Still getting some information out of this guy over a little drink.
A lot of potential spare parts that we could use on Pegasus. So the Admiral made a decision. Military needs are a priority.
Not surprised.
Admiral Kane looked over the passenger list and she made a decision about who was valuable and who wasn't.
What? I thought you'd just take all the civilians aboard the Pegasus, but no, of course not.
All traveling with their families. Wives, husbands, children.
What?
There was resistance.
Yeah,
so the order came down to shoot the family of anyone who refused to come. So we did. 2 families. We put them up against the bulkhead and we shot them.
Oh, what? Come on. I have really been rough on her. But yeah, we knew that.
I was a soldier. I had a mission. I carried it out. I thought that when it was done, I was going to die. And I would download into a new body. Be reborn.
Mm-hmm. Things are going to get better for you. From this moment on.
I want to die.
But you know you can't die. Your consciousness will merely transfer and you'll wake up in another body.
Not if you destroy that.
Hey, yep, okay. There we go. Some information. She wants to die so bad that she's willing to betray the Cylons.
Cylons call this their resurrection ship.
And yeah, there we go. Resurrection ship.
They might even stop chasing us. Why risk getting killed if you can't just wake up all nice and cozy in a brand new body?
Yeah.
Doctor, I think you've just identified the most important ship in the galaxy.
What can I get you?
A new body. Perhaps one of those young Cylon models from the resurrection ship.
Is that an option? No. But now they've put the idea in my head. And I was already kind of thinking along those lines that it was maybe some sort of Cylon technologies going to save her.
I'm gonna make some changes. Like what? Me and Sharon. It's done.
Ah, okay.
You really do love her, don't you?
Yeah, and I can't let go of it. But if you can, let it go.
If you can. Okay, Adama. What are you thinking about? What are you gonna do?
Once the raiders have been drawn off by the decoys, Galactica and Pegasus will jump in and attack the base stars.
Okay.
While I jump in and take out the FTL drives on the resurrection ship, preventing it from jumping away.
And our attack squadrons will go after the resurrection ship itself.
How many squadrons?
All of them.
All of them. Okie-day. So no one to protect the civilian ships if something goes wrong?
Jack, I want to transfer a detachment of Marines to Galactica. Completely loyal. Razors.
I have a mission for you, Kara.
Oh, shit.
You won't like this one.
He's gonna have her do it?
I want you to stay in CIC throughout the attack. Stay with Adama.
After the attack is completed.
Oh, they are just both plotting against each other here.
Be the normal chaos and emotional high after the attack.
They'll be slapping each other on the back, celebrating the victory.
That'll keep their guard down.
Security will be lax.
Plans are very similar.
When you hear me say downfall,
you are to signal the Marines to terminate Adama's command.
I want you to pull out your weapon and shoot Admiral Kane in the head.
What the frack? Okay. To be continued. Oh, man. This is, I don't know, man. Well, that was Resurrection Ship Part 1. Now we know what the Resurrection Ship is. It's quite literal. That's where their minds, like where they're uploaded to after they die. It's kind of a backup, kind of a like it's basically like a video game. You go out on a mission, you fail, and you just, you get to try again. It's not completely game over. But if they destroy that resurrection ship, it will be. And a thought just occurred to me that, and I don't know if they're gonna do it. It's probably way too risky to do it. But if they can get aboard that ship and identify all of the different models, then they 100% know who they should be on the lookout for, who's a Cylon. But that would also take away a lot of the mystery of the series if we at this point know about all of the different models. So I don't expect for that to happen at all. But going back to like the beginning of the episode, things were looking quite dire. Like, at least no one was willing to take the first shot. It was just a big game of chicken, and they were just dancing around each other. And it was, I was like, okay, how is this situation going to get resolved? Because they're not just going to start destroying each other here. Hopefully not. But then Starbuck showed up after having done her secret little stealth mission and taking all of those images, all that footage, and that sort of triggered everyone to be like, oh, Boki showing up. Let's focus on that, because at least they realize that the Cylons are the real enemy. And if a Cylon raider showed up, any kind of Cylon ship showed up, focus your attention on that. It wasn't a Cylon, of course. It was Starbuck, and then it went on from there. But Kane and Adama definitely do not trust each other, and I'm just gonna jump straight to the end. That's very apparent from what they are planning, and those plans are very similar. After the attack is done, and I think it is a pretty good plan that Starbuck and Apollo they've come up with, except for the fact that like they aren't risking, like they said that they are gonna use civilian ships as decoys, but they are gonna evacuate most of the civilians, if not all of them, from those ships, right? Just in case something goes wrong. I don't want them to risk the civilians, even though I'm sure Kane wouldn't give a frack about that, given what we also learned in this episode. But yeah, back to their plans. What was it, like Project Orange and Downfall called? Yeah. And once the attack is over, it's take out Kane or take out Adama. Who's gonna do it first? Like, I think in this situation, like Starbuck, she's definitely gonna have second thoughts about it, and she's maybe not gonna like it, but I think she is very much loyal to Adama with everything that they've been through. Whereas, and sorry, I can't remember his name, but the guy that Kane is entrusting this mission to, not loyal in the same way, because he has been spilling the beans to Ty about how she's been commanding this fleet, and again what she did to the civilian fleet. She's just it's so fracking horrible. And she's like, yeah, she's very pragmatic and very military first, and we stick to it no matter what. She stripped those ships of everything that she thought she needed, and that included like people. So she's just willing to sacrifice a lot to get the enemy, and her big goal of like going back to the colonies and liberating them, like, yeah, it sounds badass, and yeah, we want to kick the Cylons off of our home worlds, but I don't see that happening, and I get why Starbuck really likes that idea, because she really wants to go back to Caprica to rescue Anders and all of the people there, the resistance movement, which I do hope they get to do at some point, but that's going to have to be more of a stealth mission and not a big attack on all of the colonies again. So what I'm saying is just that I'm expecting for Starbuck to go through with it, kind of. And I'm definitely not expecting for Kane's guy there to go through with it. And hopefully, like, he's going to choose people who are not loyal to her. He's going to maybe kind of do the opposite of what she is asking him to do. Maybe. Or at least, like, if he gets to talk with Ty again, and I don't know if Adama was Ty in the room when he gave Starbuck that very dangerous mission there. I'm not sure, but if Ty knows about it and Ty gets to talk to the guy again, maybe he can tell him that if he trusts him enough. And then he's going to be like, okay, I don't trust Kane either, so I'm going to take as many people as I can who are not 100% loyal to her, whom the Galactica can use. And then we can like at least get something good out of the situation there. Because I'm also afraid that whatever's going to happen, like we're not going to come out of this with 2 Battlestars. I don't think that the Pegasus is going to stick around. So getting people from that ship over on the Galactica before it goes completely haywire, that might be a good thing. But what do I know, man? I'm just speculating here. I'm just theorizing, and it's very likely that none of the stuff that I just mentioned is actually going to happen. But then, those are my thoughts, at least. And then we had Hilo and Tiro. They are still locked up in a brig, not getting executed just yet. And we also need to get them off the ship. Plus, what is Gaius going to do with the number 6 prisoner that they have? Who also, really wants to die. And wants to die so bad that she was willing to give up this information about the resurrection ship, though, that I won't just be uploaded back to a Cylon model on that ship. I want you to destroy it, because then I will truly be dead. So, in that way, I'm not gonna say it's a good thing that they treated her the way that they treated her, on the Pegasus, but it did result in her like just not wanting to live and being willing to betray her own kind, essentially. But in the end, like, I have a feeling that she's not going to die. She's gonna stick around for a little bit, maybe. And then they'll have 2 Cylon prisoners on the Galactica in the end. And speaking of Cylon prisoners, there's still the whole thing about Sharon, her being pregnant, and that is definitely like a weird situation. And I get why Hilo is like, yeah, I'm in love with her, but of course I have doubts about the whole thing, and I thinking about it constantly, that I'm gonna have a baby that's like half human, half Cylon. What the frack? But I'm so glad that they at least rescued her, and I mentioned during the reaction that I wasn't sure whether or not Kane was aware of her interrogators treating Cylon prisoners the way that they're treating them, which is straight up abusing them and raping them, because it just seems like why even, like. But now getting to know her a bit better, and all that information about the civilian fleet again, like, just like she wouldn't give a fuck, and also the way she went in that room and just kick number 6 and spit on her. She doesn't see them as it's just a thing, a machine to her. Like it also was to me and to like many of the characters in the beginning of the show, where it's just like, oh yeah, just these machines, AIs out to destroy mankind. But there's so much more to it than that, and there's just a lot to this series in general, a lot to all of the characters. It's so damn well written, and even though I have thoughts and ideas about what's gonna happen, I'm sure they're gonna surprise me, because they have been doing that consistently each and every episode. There are twists and turns and surprises and just things you don't see coming, but not in the way where we're gonna subvert your expectations here, haha, gotcha. No, it feels natural to the story. But okay, that was a lot in the episode. It felt like a lot of talking from me as well. So I'm gonna end it here, and I'm gonna jump straight into the next one. I can't wait. Don't want to wait. So yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you as soon as possible. So say we all. Bye.